This is a short video testing and reviewing the Hardkorr 200 watt solar blanket. Alright, setting it up. Got this Anderson plugged in to the solar. And we'll just plug the other end here into the PWM controller. Okay, hooking up the PWM controller with this Hardkorr blanket. It says there, this is the back of the PWM unit actually. Batteries on the left, solar on the right. It says here, solar regulator has 4 terminals which are clearly marked solar and battery. Refer to this wiring diagram, which you probably should. And just looking at this thing, and there's the back of it. You can see the left will be the battery, right will be the solar. So if you turn it over, it'll be the other way around, but clearly marked. Yeah, alright, you can see that's a battery now on the right, solar on the left, and you can only just make that out and clearly marked. God, people don't want to fuck that up. Anyway, it is what it is, I suppose. Just don't get it wrong. Okay, we've got some full sun here. See what this controller's telling me. See if I can decipher it from the manual. I don't know, we gotta do something, I'd say. Probably set up the lithium profile. I've got lithium batteries, so we'll sort that out. Test it out first on the little ghetto. Turn it on. She's set on at 13.2 volts. Probably doesn't need much charge. Anyway, apparently I've got to hook it up. That thing will settle down, according to the manual. And then you've got to hold the type button to get it off of AGM onto lithium. You've got 3 seconds to do that. See how it goes. Okay, we've got the LiFePO 4 profile set up. That's telling me it's pumping in 13.9 volts. The little ghetto's telling me it's getting 14.1. Anyway, it's not too far out. It's charging up 14.2, 14.3. Well, appears to be working alright. We're getting plenty of juice in there. I don't really want to go over 14.4. That's pumping in plenty of power. Press the amps button. It's 3.5, 3.4, 3.3, 0.6. Maybe it's fully charged. Wow, I better get that off. Anyway, that works. Next test will be on my big 100 amp hour battery. Big battery. You can barely see that. Yeah, it's pretty crappy. I'm telling you now, it's 13.3 volts. I can't really do much about that in the light conditions. Hook her up. Alright, charging up 4 amps, 5, 6 amps. Amp hours. Saying 13.2 volts. That one, barely see it. I'll sort of get a bit of a shadow over it. I can just barely make out that 13.3. Anyway, it's working. It's charging. Now, there's one more test I've got to conduct, and that will be plugging this thing through my MPPT charger and the red arc in the vehicle. That's coming up next. Have the solar blanket set up. Nice sunny day. About 2 in the RV, so we should be getting plenty of juice. I'll go and hook it up to the truck and we'll see what happens. Alright, I've got the battery in the truck. The red arc's up the back here. And this blue Anderson that is the solar input for the red arc. The red arc has an MPPT controller as opposed to the PWM controller. Comes stock with the Hardkorr solar blanket. Now I've got the multimeter hooked up. It's a bit easier to see than the gauge. You can't see that. Multimeter, you can clearly see that the battery is currently at 13.16 volts. So I'll go and set up the solar blanket, hook it up, and see what sort of input we're getting then. Alright, there it is, hooked in, blue plug, solar input. And you can see on the multimeter she's already jumped up to 13.33 volts, so it's definitely getting some juice in there and rising. Now I'll have a look at the red arc. It's got LEDs, it's supposed to tell me what's going on. You should be able to see that there. I think the bottom one there is solar or stage. The top one's solar, there we go. That one's solar. And it's just saying it's charging. The other one's the stage. I think it changes colours. Anyway, it's definitely working, definitely on solar. And apparently when you turn these on, turn the truck on, you charge by solar, so you've got a rooftop panel. The solar takes priority over the engine. It says that in the red arc manual. So yeah, this is pretty successful. Just in those few seconds it's raised a couple of decimal points there. 13.36, so it's definitely working. That's just in a couple of minutes. Alright, so that's a pretty successful looking test. And have no doubt that keep the battery topped up. Well, I've got the angle running in a little brass monkey fridge and various other stuff during the daytime. So successful test. Well, that concludes this test and review of the Hardkorr solar blanket with the little ghetto battery, the big battery, both out of the PWM controller, and hooking it up with the truck to the red arc with the MPPT controller. What do I think? Well, pretty good blanket. Chucks up alright. Both scenarios. All three scenarios. Probably give it a 9 out of 10 for performance wise so far. But, well, this isn't out in the field. This is just in my garage with perfect sun in my driveway. We'll see how it goes on the campsite later in the end of the month because I'm going camping. For instructions, well, I'll give the manual a 6. That was a real killer, those icons. Barely see them. Make sure you've got your glasses with you. Anyway, thanks for watching. Cheers.